Uh, okay, so I'm opening the graph.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Excel.
The morning graph. Yes.
Good morning.
Yeah.
1 minute. Increase volume. Okay, I opened it.
Yes. Now I can see. Yeah. Morning. Wait. What I was saying is, see, we enable the watchers, and I was showing you the data right with some tab delimiter. Okay. So we
Yeah.
had the two fields out of these reformat components. First field is the sheet name, and second one is a line. Okay, so your sheet name is the sheet you are going to create in the excel, and line is the rest of the line in the excel sheet. Rest of the line in the sense your field names in the excel sheet. Okay.
Yeah. Where's the? How do I open this watcher debug? Enable watchers.
Yeah, can you go to debug menu?
Yeah. Yeah. I read this watcher. Now I'm going to run this.
I don't know why I am still able to see your graph on. I think there is delay between the sharing. I don't know. Can you give me the control? Let me request the control.
Yeah. I just created watcher and I can see the output.
Okay, then run the graph.
Yeah. I run it now. I'm sharing this this data in the watcher.
Oh, but why? Yes, there is some delay. I think I'm still checking the graph, which is not. Yeah, now I am able to view the data. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can see some slash t, right, which is the delimiter. So your Excel
Uh,
sheet contains two sheets. The first sheet is a customer sheet, and the second one is transaction sheet. And your customer sheet contains the header like customer ID, title, first name, last name, street, and so on. And the rest of the records you can see in single code, right? Rest of the records,
uh,
and
uh-huh.
transaction sheet also you can see. So what you can do is, so you can copy the file to your windows, I mean your linux file, you can copy to your windows machine, or your desktop. Then you can check the excel if you want to see the excel content in the excel format.
So how do I
Okay.
do that?
You have to, like, you have any WinSCP software on your machine? WinSCP.
No, but I'm also connected to remote session, right? I don't have any softwares here.
Oh, if you don't have WinSCP, you cannot copy between the Windows and Linux, right?
No, 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 but I am here on remote server, right? How do I
Yeah,
transfer file from here to?
remote server only. Remote server in the sense you have the remote desktop and remote Linux server, right? So you have to
Uh-huh.
copy the Excel sheet from your remote Linux server to your desktop. Okay.
Okay, so you mean to say that here on my system, I need to install some utility?
No, I think you cannot see. I am talking about this remote server only. You connected to Ab Initio server, right? The Ab Initio
Right.
desktop only. You should have the WinSCP software to copy the files between the your Ab Initio desktop and the Ab Initio server.
Okay.
So I don't think. Can you check in start menu if you have any WinSCP software in start menu?
No, I don't have anything here in start.
Then no, fine, right? There is nothing to test, right? Clearly it is showing the slash dot element. It will display the Excel sheet only, right?
Okay. So here, when I will this data
Mm-hmm.
which I'm seeing here, it is having slash t slash t slash t.
Yeah.
So when this data will be copied on the
Excel.
Excel,
Yeah.
so then wherever is the slash t, it will be a different column, right?
Yes, exactly. Slash T is the tab delimiter. It's like your column delimiter in the Excel sheet.
So it when you press slash t, it moves from one column to another column, right?
Yeah, column delimiter only.
Okay, column delimiter. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but how it says that so wherever it is having a transaction, it will go on the first sheet of transaction, and wherever it will be having transaction, sorry, customer, that
Hmm.
will go to the customer sheet, right?
Yes, exactly. So you can see that in the component.
Okay.
Can you open the right Excel component? There you have to specify them some sheet names and all, right? So open the Ab Initio graph. I will go through the parameters in the right Excel component.
Okay.
Opened, huh? I
Yeah,
don't know
open.
what happened, man. See, I am still checking. I am still seeing your desktop only. Why there is a delay? Screen. Yes, now I am checking the view data. You close this view data and go to your right Excel component.
Yeah, I've done right Excel component long back.
Hmm. I don't know. Still, I am seeing your view data. What happened?
Okay.
So,
Okay, so here we have number
yeah,
of data for date formats one.
yes. So even I have the component, right? I have in the file. I'm checking component, right? Excel. Yes. Yeah, you have Java home parameter here also, right? Like your read Excel component only. Okay. So you have Java home parameter. Can you open the
Yeah,
parameter?
that is also null.
Yes.
That
So
is having null value.
okay, fine. And XLS, you have to specify the Excel sheet name. You can see Excel sheet name in the XLS parameter,
Correct.
right? And next one is
Yes, number of date formats is one.
sorry, number of,
Date formats.
yeah, num date formats, right?
Yeah,
Number of
the same
distinct date
one.
formats. Okay. See,
Yeah.
number of date formats in the sense, so like you can see one more parameter, right? Date format n parameter. Okay.
Okay.
So though these two are dependent actually, like it's a recognized date format. So your data which is incoming from your sales, okay, that should match one of these specific data format. Like your format can be YYY, MMDD, HS24. So how many number of date formats you have in our input data? You have to give the number in the num date formats.
Okay.
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 So usually if you have only one date format, you can give one only. Okay, so in the next
Uh-huh.
parameter date format n, you have to specify the date format for your date field.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so these are only distinct parameter in the right Excel. So apart from this, rest of the parameters are same. Like we can see a write mode parameter, so which is whether you want to create the new workbook or you want to append to the existing workbook.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that
Okay.
you have to specify. And source Excel sheet. So in case if you set the write mode write mode parameter to append option, okay. So if you specify the write mode to append option, so for which sheet you want to append, right? You have to specify the source XLS also. So it's a string value. You have to mention your source XLS. I mean your Excel sheet name, okay, your Excel file name to which you want to append the your new input.
No, here we don't have source Excel sheet, right? Here we have write mode, then date format 0.
Source XLS parameter is not there. See,
No.
when you select the write
Oh,
mode to
go ahead.
append records, then you can see this parameter. Write mode to append. Uh,
Okay.
right. So
Okay.
yes, yes. Then you can see the
Yeah,
parameter.
source Excel.
Source XLS.
So
So for
what will
which
the value here?
your Excel sheet
Okay.
name only.
No, I have already defined this Excel here, right? In the second field, second
Yeah,
parameter.
yeah. Even if you define that sheet name also, see if you want to append the new records, you have to give the same thing here again. Okay.
Okay,
When you use append, you have to give the same thing again. Ah,
okay,
okay, and so see, if you give the date format, you have the date format 1, 2, and so on, right? So you have to
correct.
specify the multiple date formats here. And leading code special. So I think as we discussed in the read Excel component, if you want to include the codes for your characters, you have to set this to true.
Okay, so when you say three date format,
Yeah.
what is the one which will be applicable on each field?
No, applicable in the sense if you have how many number of types you have in the input. Okay, so you may have three fields in our input. So each field may contain the different date format. One field is YYMMDD,
Okay,
another one is DDMMYY. Then you have to include all the formats here. It will compare input data. So with these formats, it will apply all these formats in your input data as per the data which is incoming from the files.
okay.
If you
And
have
if in
only
a target I have different date formats
Mhm,
also,
mhm,
like if in the input I have YYMMDD,
mhm.
and in the output I am changing that and I'm putting, let's say, in the millisecond, or I'm removing milliseconds in the output,
Yeah.
then what?
You have to include that here. So whatever the format you are giving in the output, that should be in sync with the date format here, right?
So all the input and output I need to put here.
Both should be same only, right? If your input is
No,
YYMMTD,
let's say in the input I have timestamp values and in the
mhm,
output I don't have timestamp.
mhm.
So in that
Okay.
case it will be different, right?
Yes, then you have to specify the input only. The first reference is input only. So if your input is if you have to specify input format that allows my component to read and write the data, right? It has to write into your output format. Okay. Even if you don't specify your timestamp in the output, that is related to your display only, not related to writing the data. So whenever you want to display the Excel sheet, so that requires some kind of record format, right? So that you are specifying in the output port here. But these formats, if you have three kinds of format in the input, you have to specify three kinds of format here in this date format.
Okay.
Okay. And record delimiter type is there, right? So record delimiter
Yeah.
type, you can specify, can you highlight that one, record delimiter type? So you can specify
Yeah.
the record delimiter here. It should be explicit, like, so implicit in the sense internally it uses some kind of record format, record delimiter. It can use some slash and also. Okay, since I want to specify the slash 0 as the explicit delimiter, I am specifying explicit option here. In the next parameter, I am giving the record delimiter slash 0.
Okay.
Okay, auto size in the sense, see, automatically based on your number of characters in the field, it will adjust in the sheet. It's equal to your whenever you open the Excel sheet, if you want to see the entire content, you have to double click on the line, right? So it is equal to the same double click operation. So auto size column in the sense, it will automatically size the column as per your input data.
Okay.
So use format in the sense, I think format is something like which is related to character set, I think. So use format, like you have some kind of formats, right? Generally in the Excel sheet, okay, you have some kind of formats. So if you want to apply the format, can you select true option? True option.
Yeah.
I think it has to show one more parameter. True option is
Format
selected. Huh?
attribute.
Okay. Yeah, format attributes, right? Yes. So what are the field names you want to apply the format? Okay. So you have to select the field. So you have to give the field name. Format in the sense, your Excel sheet formats. So you cannot give the format name here. Okay. But
Yeah.
automatically based on the data type of your input data, the format will be applied. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for which fields you want to apply the format, you have to include the field names here. Format attributes here.
Okay. So if I
Okay.
say no false here,
Yeah. So
then it will keep everything as string.
yes, yes, string only. And Java home is blank, right? So command options in the sense, so like your read Excel component, if you have any kind of commands in the output, you have to use the command options here. But I don't think generally while writing the data we never go for the commands, right? So if you want to go for the
Okay.
commands, you can select the command options here. So what type of commands you are writing, I think you have to include all those commands here. Even
Okay.
this parameter I never use it actually. I use all the parameters except this one only. Okay, I tried
Okay.
remaining parameters. So this is about
So
right
if we
Excel
have some
code.
if
Yeah.
we have some formula to write here,
Mm-hmm.
let's say in the source, like we have somewhere sometime formula and values, right?
Okay. Okay.
In the output also, if we have some formula to write,
Yeah.
then how do we write that?
I think in the command options you have to include the formula in single code. So what are the formula you are writing? But I'm not sure because I didn't find any information for this. So if you want to write any kind of formulas, you have to analyze the situation why you have to go for formula, and then you have to send out a mail to Abinitio support. They will guide you. They will ask the situation. So
Okay.
why you have to go for formula, then they will guide you how to write the formula. Because in the help file also we didn't find any information for the formulas.
Okay.
Okay. So the most
Okay.
of the cases, like we will just pass the your Excel file name and the sheet name only, the record delimiter only, and this is the what we are working on the right Excel, read Excel. Currently, we are not using any other component. I mean, any other parameters in the read Excel, write Excel. Okay.
So what is this? Is it component with EME
Yeah,
dataset? What is
see,
this one?
you have the EME, right? So for the dependency analysis purpose, whatever the Excel sheet name or any output file or input file name you are passing to your data set component, okay, that should be included in the EME for the data analysis purpose. Okay, so whatever the path you are passing for input file component or output file component, this path will be stored in the EME. The only path will be stored for dependency analysis only, right? So here if you
What is
see,
dependency analysis?
you have some multiple graphs right in our project. So you may have one XFR file. The XFR might be used at multiple locations also. Okay, so unfortunately,
Okay.
if you delete one XFR from the EME, you don't know that the XFR is being used by another component, another component also in another graph. Okay, then your EME will do some kind of dependency analysis. Whenever you are doing the check-in operation, for each check-in operation, it will do the dependency analysis automatically. It will show you some prompt analyzing dependencies. If there is any discrepancies in the dependency, okay, by deleting XFRs or by modifying or something, so those discrepancies will be displayed in front of you in terms of warnings. Okay, the
Okay.
dependency analysis helps you to identify the discrepancies in the coding. I am trying to check in a graph into EME. My graph is using some XFR. The XFR is not available in the EME, but I am trying to check in into EME the graph. So the graph is looking for the all the objects which I am using in the graph. Okay, it will try to look for the all the objects in the EME. If any object is not there in the EME, it will show you some warning. Okay,
Okay.
so even though you can also forcefully check in the objects, so in this case what happens is, so for the dependency analysis only, it will remember the path of your right Excel component. That is an optional thing, you can or you may not specify also. There is no harm, that's why they are not specifying any value here. If you want, you can give the your data sheet Excel sheet path only. So generally for other
Okay.
components, can you open input file component, it will automatically take. Can you close this one, go to your input file component? Yeah, close this window, go to your input file component.
Read component, right?
Yeah, about customers or about transactions, any component.
No, you are saying read component, right? Read Excel one.
No, no, no. Input file component. About customers, about transactions you are able to see right in the same graph.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Input file component. So
Okay.
open that component. So there you can see the same option. Okay. So in that component you can see a data set option.
Okay.
So you can see the same option. It will automatically take the input file path. Okay, for data set also it can take input file path. But coming to right Excel, you are passing the Excel sheet name in the parameters, so it is not accepting, I mean it is not pointing to your data path here. Okay, you have to specify external for the right Excel component. If you want, you can specify. Otherwise, if you can take care of the dependency analysis, like so, even if you don't attach to EMA also, there is no harm. That will be helpful for the EMA for the analysis only.
Okay.
Okay, and Rakesh, are you aware of the XML files?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Because XMLs I don't have much knowledge, but I know the components how to use that XML. But in my projects also we never worked on XML sheets. But XML, like you should know about DTD something. DTD XML is there, right? So because we have those kind of options in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
read XML. So if you can open any
Yeah.
graph, I will.
So should I open a, should I
Yes,
get the
help
graph for this
exactly.
one?
Yeah, help menu and examples. You can.
XML or XML case study?
XML, right? Open XML. There is 2 minutes delay, I think, in
Install?
the sharing.
Okay. Which one should I open?
1 second, Rakesh. 1 second.
Okay.
If you see the component here in the input file component, you can see the path they are extracting. Okay, XML file path you have to specify for the input file component here, right?
No, 1 minute. I'm running this one. I'm running this one,
Okay.
and I'm trying to see the data here in the
You cannot
XML.
see the data in the input file because you are not giving any record format in the input file. If you open the record format, you will come to know. It will just a null
No,
record
I've
format.
added the watcher.
Mhm.
I've added watcher here,
Why watcher is required?
and
That is direct input file component only, right? You can directly view the data there. Watcher is equal to your input file only now. If you have any program component after the input file, since your program component won't accept you, won't allow you to view the data, you have to insert the watcher. But you are already having the input file data set only. You can directly view the data there itself. Okay,
okay.
so
So
you
this
need
is
not insert the watcher there. So view data.
customer ID, title. Can you see the data now?
Yeah, that is Excel XML format data. You can see the output. You can see exact output. Abinitio. This is
Okay.
XML format, right? XML tags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So customer ID, this one,
Yes.
title. Okay.
Can you go to
So
your
this is
input
how this
file
works.
component DML? Because data is fine, but you have to understand how to pass the DML for this.
This one, DML.
Yes, open the
Uh,
DML for the component.
this is dot dat. Where is the DML?
No, go to your ports option, because see,
Okay.
I think there is 2 minute, 1 minute delay between you and me. I am when you open
Yeah.
something, I am seeing your old screen only. Okay, so in the ports, can you see the DML in the ports?
Yeah. There's three fields here.
Mm-hmm.
Preferred string one, city and zip, and
Yeah.
then new line customer XML.
Yes, they are giving only three fields, right? See, the exact DML you are passing in the next component. You can see the next component, right? Uh, read Excel component. Okay. If you see the read Excel component output port, you can see the DML there.
Read XML. Parse customer XML. You mean?
Yeah. They might have renamed it to parse, but the component name is read XML, right? If you open the read XML component
Okay.
there, so in the ports option, you can see the exact DML. Ab Initio DML you can see there. You can see the DML, right?
It's the same.
Same DML?
Yeah.
Okay, so they might be same DML, but you have to know how to generate this DML. Because if you read any XML data, you cannot open the file, you cannot define the DML each and every time, right? So because your XML
Right.
contain multiple tags also. In that case, you have some utility. So they might not use the utility here. They might have defined manually, but you have some utility in Ab Initio. Utility is a command actually. The command name is called XML to DML. Okay, so
Okay.
XML to DML is the command. So you have to pass your XML file to your XML to DML command as the argument. Your XML to DML command generate the DML for your XML file. Can you do one thing? Can you copy the XML file path from the graph? Okay, we will go to your Linux session. I will show you how to generate the DML for an XML.
So this one, right? I'm copying
Yes,
this
copy
data
the complete
location.
obsolete path without having parameters. Copy the obsolete path because
So I'm copying till here, right? Dollar
okay.
data about customer in
Yeah,
Excel
don't copy dollar
data.
variables. You have to get the resolved value. I mean, if you copy the dollar value, then go to your execute command prompt and echo
Yeah.
your value. You'll get the exact value. Because see,
Yeah. So
you have to tell me. Here I'm
yeah.
not able to see the screen. I don't know.
Yeah. This is the path.
Okay, go to your Linux session. I will ping you a command in the go to meeting. I am pinging a command to you just to use the same format. Okay, so I'm XML hyphen to hyphen DML file paths. So I just ping you a command. Okay, so you can use the same format
Okay.
XML hyphen to hyphen DML space your XML file path. Execute this command, you will see the DML.
Okay. So this is the path first of all. Okay. And you're saying what is the command you learned? Where did you pass that?
Yeah, just in the Linux only. Right, just give the command XML hyphen to
Can you speak up? What is that? XML
XML hyphen TO2 hyphen DML.
to hyphen DML.
Yeah,
Okay. And then
space.
path.
Yeah, space your complete XML path.
The parse type could not be inferred for
Inferred
file.
from file extension LDAT. No, I think file path is wrong. What is the file path? XML dot?
No, this is the file path.
No, this should be only XML. You should not support if you give multiple extensions like this. It should be only .xml. You have any other file with the .xml format?
See, this is what I got.
I think I don't know why they have renamed. Actually, they might have renamed the file. So can you do one thing? Can you rename this file to this one XML only .xml only? Rename this file using move command. Okay, rename the file so .xml only.
So first, okay, so first I go out to main.
Use move command. Rename to file name.xml.
Okay.
Don't give any other extension. Only give the file name.xml.
Oh, I can create another file. I can copy this file, right?
You can do the
Rather
same,
than
but
renaming this
this
one.
is faster than that, right? Renaming is better than that copying. Very simple.
No, when I'm saying renaming, then this graph may not work later, right?
No, no. Renaming in the sense you can create a copyright. Don't if you want that, don't rename. You can create a copyright. Use cp command. Use the same path. Give another name. .xml some .xml only. Yeah. Only remove
Like
dot
this, right?
in also. No, remove dot in also. Only give XML. Customers dot XML. Yes. Yes. Enter. Yeah. So now use the command XML hyphen
Yeah, is there.
XML hyphen.
So, okay, XML hyphen, okay. XML2, DML.
Yes. XML hyphen 2 hyphen DML space your file. Yes. Invalid document structure. Might be this is not supporting, but if you have the proper XML data, okay, so you can execute this command. So they might have created the file with a different structure, and they might have created the DML manually, but generally if you have the proper XML files with the exact tags from top to bottom, this command helps you to generate the DML.
Okay,
Okay, this command helps you to generate the DML, right?
okay. Got it. Okay.
Okay, just remember the command name. So whenever you have the requirement, you can execute the command. Now we have to go through the parameters. Actually, there are some parameters in the read XML component.
Fast
So
customer XML, right?
yes, parse customer XML only.
So this type is XML split actually.
Type is XML split.
Split.
Yeah, anything you can go. Otherwise, you can take read XML component also, because you can see almost the same parameters you can see. Otherwise, can you open the read XML component?
Read XML component.
Yeah, you can see.
Read
Can
XML.
you open the component organizer? Use your view menu. Click on the F9. You can see component organizer.
Organizer.
Yeah, view menu, component organizer. You can see, right? Yeah, there can you go to
Yeah.
uh, can you go to translate XML,
Okay.
sorry, XML is there, right? Fine, XML is there. So can you where is the read XML component, man? Can you type search option read XML? Yeah, search.
Where search? Here. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the
Here.
yeah, read space XML.
They moved into deprecated.
Okay, might okay. So in this version they might have moved to deprecated because they are going with okay, then we can also leave this one. You can go to this component now because your XML split will contain the multiple options, I think. So we'll also go to the
Okay.
XML split only. Okay, because the duplicate in the sense we should not go that component. We can leave that one. Yeah, in the component you can see count. Okay, I think count number of output ports. So like your reformat component only. So in the reformat also you have that count option, right, to increment the number of output ports. Here also if you want to copy
Right.
the same data to multiple ports, you can increase the count to 2 or 3. So how it's, I mean, how many it supports? I think here also it supports 20, I think. You can see multiple ports. Okay.
So this count is referring to the source files?
No, your target. So after parsing your XML, how many number of ports you want to create, how many copies you want to create, the same data
Okay,
copies you can
got it.
create. You can go to your replicate components also, like yeah,
Okay,
XML
right.
document field name. So what is the XML you are reading, your document field name, that field name you have to specify
Mhm.
here. Okay.
Field
Parser.
name.
Yeah,
XML document field name.
yeah.
No, I'll be having multiple fields there, right?
I think see there will be some root field, right? XML.
Okay.
I think that
Okay.
is the root field. Okay, because remaining field
Okay.
names you are already creating the DML in the output port, so that is fine. You are getting all the fields in the DML in the output port, but here this should be the root field name, I think. Okay,
Okay.
so parser I have two options, I think. Parser, can you click on the parser? Yeah, you have expat, exercise. So I think these two are related to XML theory only. So expat in the sense, see, when you have the DTD format, DTD XML format, I think you have to go to exercise.
Okay.
Expat I am not aware actually, but the default is expat only. Experts in the sense, even I don't have much knowledge on the XML actual. I think if you have if your XML file is some XSS format or DTD format, you have to go to XSS. That's what I know. That is the only sentence I know in XSS. But
Okay.
expat is the default format because we are
Okay.
never deal with XML. Okay, validation. I think click on validation again. Validation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in the validation. So validation none is there. That is another option.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So custom strict. So if you want to do the validation, can you click on custom? You have to select custom or strict validation. So custom means you can see additional parameters, right? Ignore
Uh-huh.
namespaces, unknown attributes, unknown elements. You can see multiple options, right? So if you want to do
Uh-huh.
custom validation, you have to select these parameters. If you want to ignore the namespaces, you can ignore the namespaces. If there are any unknown
Uh-huh.
attributes, unknown in the sense you have defined some kind of DML in the output port that is not in sync with your tags. You have some unknown attributes apart from your DML mentioned in the your XML split component output port. Then in those cases, you have to use the unknown attributes to ignore. If you want to
Uh-huh.
ignore, you want to fail the process. Like if you remember about read multiple files component, there also have these options, right? Ignore, notify, failure, something. Here also, for this unknown attributes, you can see ignore option. When you select ignore, the process will run. If you don't select ignore, the process will fail if there are any unknown attributes. Similarly, unknown elements and missing fields. There is any missing field, but how it can identify the missing fields, unknown elements, or unknown attributes? That is based on your record format only. So what are the format you are specifying in the output port of your XML split component? Okay, based on that only it will behave. Whether you want to
Okay.
get the error, whether you want to ignore the unknown elements, attributes, and fields.
So when I say unknown attributes, ignore here. I
Yeah,
have the same thing, attributes.
yeah,
So if I find some new attributes which is unknown, which is not understandable, that's what
yes,
it's saying.
yes, that's what exactly. It will
There's
ignore
no.
that field.
What is unknown elements?
In your attribute, you can see elements, right? I think in the XML file, you can see tags. Tag will call as an attribute, right? Tag is attribute.
Okay.
Okay. So under the tag, you have some elements, right? For each tag, you can see multiple elements also, right? So that is about element.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Missing field in the sense. So you have given some field name in the output port. The field name is not available in the XML,
Okay.
right? Then you want to fail the process or ignore the process.
Right. Right.
Okay. So cardinally constraints. So I'm not sure like whether we can specify the conditions also in the XML. I think if you like your database, you have any conditions in the XML, whether you want to ignore the conditions or you want to uh, get error, if there are any condition violation, I think.
See, without any exercise here, understanding all these fields is very difficult, right?
XML
At least
have to get chance, right?
should have it,
To
we should have at least one XML where
Yeah,
I can play with these things and can understand these things. It's getting
XML.
very
Yeah,
hypothetical.
you have the at least you have chance to this version. I mean, to this training version, right? To practice on to play on XML. You can play. I think if you have at least one file or two files. But even
No, I
we don't
cannot
have a
open those
chance
files.
also.
I cannot edit those files here, right?
Like you are saying, you have the good knowledge in XML, right? I think you can create your own XML tag file and you can practice.
No,
Because here
I can
the
pass
problem
this.
is in my 3 4 projects also we don't have any source of XML actually. Even my
No,
I just yeah.
in in my project we are using it actually.
Okay, okay, fine. That's why in our training syllabus also I just requested them to not include the read XML, write XML because I am not aware of much. I don't have much knowledge on these components actually. Like if you want, you can see if you have the good knowledge. Even if I want to practice also, I am not aware of DTD format and all. That is a problem. Okay, one second. My relative is boarding the bus. One second.
Okay.
Yeah, even if I want to try to practice on this component also, I'm not aware of this XML theory actually. In my academic syllabus, I learned XML, and I'm not aware of DTD formats and all. Okay, so if you have anything, I mean, if you have the knowledge in XML, we can practice. I think there is only the thing is how to read the XML tags by validating the contents and all. You have to specify the parameters only, right? That is the only complexity we
Okay.
have here.
Now I'll do one thing. I'll go through the component now in my office. I
Mm,
should be able to open something.
yeah.
So what we are doing is we are collecting data from many different sources from the
Okay.
database
Okay.
and then preparing a XML from there.
Oh, you are preparing XML. Okay.
Yeah. So we have in one table we have a XML format,
Mm-hmm.
and then we are collecting all the data and creating in a XML format and then writing into the table.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have multiple, like in that table we have multiple field. One of the field is defined as XML.
Okay, okay. Then do one thing, Rakesh. Try to practice. I see if you need any information on the any parameter, let me know. Like if you are not able to understand any parameter, so I will also go through the content. Let I will check with some support guys if there is any support available from my seniors, Abinitio architects in my company. Let me check with them. So if they are like if you face any difficult, I will check with them and I will let you know if there is any information I get from them.
No, but the other version that you have on your system, you cannot share that, but you can take a screenshot from that system and you can do some uh, file generation there, right?
Oh, you screenshot. I mean, screenshot on your version or you were saying my system, my company, my client laptop. You were saying, right?
Correct, correct. You can take some pictures from there.
Yeah,
and you can share
components
those
I have, but
pictures.
I need the data actually. The problem is I need the, at least if I have the file, I can practice. Can you send me any file to me? I will also learn the read XML, write XML.
Okay, I will try to generate a file for you.
Okay, otherwise I will search in the Google.
Okay.
I will get the file. Not a problem. Okay,
Yeah, file we can get from Google, some sample file.
yeah, sample files I will get. Okay, I will also practice.
Yeah.
But all the parameters, generally we don't use all the parameters, right? Once we start practicing
No,
the
no, I'm
XML.
saying that I just want to know basic structure. Like
Okay,
if I want to
okay,
read from XML
okay.
blob and want to
Mhm.
split the data into multiple fields,
Okay.
like we do on all the websites, right? Data
Yeah,
is
yeah,
input
yeah.
as XML.
Okay, then I will get the file from Google. I will also learn this component along with you. No problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll check in my office that one, and then I will
Yeah, yeah,
check what more fields, what more they are using. I've seen the graph yesterday. I was going through the graph yesterday there,
yeah.
but I thought that we going to have some XML as an example which will pass through, so I did not go at the attribute level there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll go through that. I'll tell
Okay.
you that.
So, like, yeah, what else you are expecting, Rakesh, from the training?
So yeah, so a couple of things I was looking is like we have the send email one of the
Component.
component.
Okay.
Where do we have that?
Yeah, send email you can see in the internet components. So, can you go to your component organizer?
Okay,
You can see internet group, right?
yeah.
So there you can see send email component, send mail component,
Where? So
internet.
this is mail.
Uh, because you see,
Send send mail.
I am not able to see the screen actually on time. It is a problem. So
Yeah, I got this one.
component, right? Yeah, open that component. So it's a kind, it's the backend for this component is your mailx command only.
So here I got this one. So it says that send email, and this is the properties parameter for that send email,
Yeah,
send mail.
yeah. So
So it
in
has got send message, send multiple message, and send mail.
yes, so send message is a kind of your subgraph component only. So you can send the message like send mail has some limitations, and those limitations you can overcome in the send message. Okay, so like in the send message component helps you to send out the mail notification using some kind of HTML format. Okay, or some attachments you can send in the send message component.
Okay.
Okay, but
Okay,
if
so
you
let's go
you
through the
see the
send
send,
email.
yeah, if you see the send mail, in the send mail you can just mention your transformation like your mail body, mail message you can format however you want. But if you want to send the attachments, you have to go for the send message component. There you can send the attachment also. Send message.
Okay. No, we are using send mail actually. Many places
Hmm.
we are doing. So whenever our jobs are running,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is at some point it is triggering this event,
Yes,
and it
yes.
is sending an email notification to complete team that the job has complete or
Yeah,
job has failed or something.
yeah. Yeah, so you are aware of the mailx command in the Unix, right? In the same way, the backend code for this like mailx only. So see, it use some kind of SMTP protocol internally to send the mail notification. Okay, so you have one continuous parameter here. Like continuous we don't use. So in the continuous process, if you want to use this component, you can set the continuous to true. But the continuous we don't need now. You have to specify only your this one your address details. Okay, like your SMTP server host name. Okay, your server port number. By default it will be 25 only, and like a timeout seconds when it is trying to connect to the SMTP server. If it is not getting any
Uh,
response, how much time it has to wait. So maximum number of seconds
okay.
you can specify in the TCP connect timeout option.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like validate address also, I think valid address in the sense, see if you have true and false option for these two parameter, for this parameter, right? Valid address. Okay, so when you are trying to
Okay.
when you are trying to enter some address in the your component, so it will just validate the address whether you are giving the address is valid address or not. So how it will use
Uh-huh.
the method is, internally it uses some kind of method like your email ID should contain at the rate, it should not contain the comma, it should not contain some single quote spaces and so on, some characters it will check. So if there are any those type of syntax errors in the mail address, it will give you the error notification.
Okay.
Similarly, you can see one more parameter called on address error. So if there is any error in the email address, what you want to do, whether you want to reject the record for the reject port, or you want to ignore the error, so you have to specify in the on address error parameter.
So validate address will say that if the address is incorrect and if
Yeah,
I set to true,
yeah.
then what will do?
It will validate the email address. So you will specify some kind of address, right, in your component.
Yeah.
So it will
So
just
when you say
specify.
validate, let's say the person has left company and
Okay.
now
No, that it
that
cannot do actually. That it cannot do. What it can do is it will just look for the syntax message. Syntax in the sense your email ID address should contain the at the rate of symbol, should not contain any special characters like comma, okay, single quote, double quote, space characters. This kind of characters your mail should not contain, right? So it will just
okay,
validate like our Google server only. Okay.
got it.
So this is about
Okay.
send mail. But send message is much comfortable, I think, than send mail. So you can, yeah, that's what like your send mail component. You can see error parameters, log parameters, like all other components only.
Where is send mail component? Oh, this, oh sorry. So this is and then logging and then debugging
Yeah.
continuous. What is continuous?
You we have Ab Initio has some kind of I mean, if you are aware of some kind of message queues. Okay, in any other languages, we
Uh-huh.
have some message queues, right, in mainframe also. So like in Abinitio also, if you want to implement those kind of functionality, so based on the message queues, you want to run the process continuously 24/7. So I don't want to stop the process. Whenever the message is arrived, I want to run the process. Okay, I want to read the data. This kind of this kind of things if you want to do, you have to you have to use some kind of continuous flows in Ab Initio. Like if you want to continuously run the send mail component also, okay, then you have to set the continuous as true option, then continuously your component will keep on running, it never end. Okay, so
Okay.
if you are using any kind of continuous applications in your project or in your application, then you have to go for this continuous option. So generally we will work on the batch processing, right? We have two types of process: batch processing, continuous processing. Okay,
Okay.
so the graphs which we are running is batch processing only. The graph will start at a particular point of time, and whenever the job is over, the process will success or fail. It never run continuously. But if you design the continuous applications, continuous application will run continuously 24/7. So it will read the data whenever the message is arrived from the message queue, and it will process the data. So by the time it will keep on running. So you can see some kind of, I think in your version you can see some kind of continuous folder in the component organizer. You can see continuous folder right in the component organizer. So you have to get the separate license for the continuous flow if you want to work on the continuous flow. If you have the license enabled, then you have to you can design the application for your business requirement. You can design the application with the help of the continuous components. You can see
Yeah,
continuous scan,
I have it here.
yeah, bash
I have it
component.
here.
Yeah, component you can
Continuous
see,
scan.
but you should have the license to use that component.
Now in the examples, let's say if I
Hmm.
want to say here example continuous flow, right?
Yes.
This is what we have, right?
Can you do one thing in the Linux machine? Can you execute the command what I am pinging you? In the go to meeting, I am pinging one command.
No,
Then you will come to know. Yeah,
no,
AB
just tell
hyphen
me. Yeah,
AB hyphen key, AB hyphen key, space, space,
is hyphen or underscore?
hyphen, AB hyphen key, delete the underscore,
Space.
hyphen key,
Uh-huh.
space, show, SHOW, show. You have the continuous flow enabled there. It will show the key information now. Your key, how the key is using in your server. Key files
Key,
also.
what is that?
all products expires. It is not showing any product. Okay, ab hyphen key space status, ab hyphen key space status. Yeah, come option is not there. Can you see, look for any other option? ab key show is there, but it has to display your um, all, I mean, okay, since you, this Ab Initio training version, right? I think it is not displaying. If it is your project, it will display all the products you have bought from the corporation, continuous flow, conduct IT, EME, all things you have to show actually. Okay, I think
Okay.
it is enabled for you for training purpose. Okay, so
Okay.
then you have to create some kind of message queues. I think message queues you have to create, and you have to read the message queues with the help of the batch subscribe component, and then you can connect the batch subscribe component to your roll up continuous scan component. You have separate components for the continuous process. Your general components won't work generally. You have to go for continuous components to work on the continuous flow. So even we never worked on the
Okay.
continuous flow. Sorry.
So working for the this one,
Mhm.
should we go with the web services for
Yes,
the
yes, web
email?
services. Exactly, you got it. Yeah, web services only. Okay,
Okay.
so web services, you have to go through
No, but where I'm providing a list of email IDs here.
the component.
Yeah.
There should be one parameter, right? See, 1 minute, 1 minute. There should be one parameter. Pass the component. Mm, this is, there should be some address parameter. I'm checking that. Specify the path and file name of the file that will contain the debug information. The debug file name is the file information.
So the transform,
Mhm.
I'm seeing all these variable type, all these things.
Transform is like a reformat transform only. Like while you are sending the mail notification, my requirement is I want to do some kind of transformation. The transformation output I want to display in the mail message. Okay, then you
Uh-huh.
can do the transformation here. But that is fine. That is easy thing only. But I am looking for the address only. There should be a parameter. Let's send the address. Where is that? That is simply servers in my email. Also, I'm checking that. Mm. So you are using this component in your project, right? I think you can open your project component. You can see where they are passing address. Because I don't see any
Okay, I'll
parameter
check
here.
here.
How they are passing.
I was thinking that where we'll be having some, or is it expecting as a file in the file as an
In the input file, you have some input port, right? For the component. I think for the input port, you have to pass the file name that contains the recipient address. I think.
so it's saying
I'll
that
tell you.
send
I'll
mail
tell you.
component provides control over row level details of sending all email message. For most applications, the send message and send multiple message components provide all the functionality that is required, and they're much simpler to use.
Wait. The component items
So
to
what it is saying is
reads the
it's better
input.
to use send message.
Yeah, that's what. Read the input record from the input port. Execute a prepare message. DML transform. So generally, who recommended it to use the send mail component? I don't know, but
Yeah, send. I'm
we are
opening
going
send
with the
message now.
mailx component generally.
See here it is there.
Yeah.
So when I'm opening this send message,
hmm
okay, in
hmm
the send message I'm seeing to list and from list.
Yeah, send message is fine. Send message is a user-friendly component. So it's not like your send mail. That's what even I see in our project also we thought of using the component. That's why I sent out a mail to Abinitio support. They responded to me saying that send message is the recommended component. Go with that component. But we didn't use that because we are going with the mailx command only. But send message is the recommended component. But I am looking for the send mail only where we have to pass the address. There is no option right in the input port. I think in the
Yeah,
input
see in
port.
the send message it's showing to list, from list, and
Yes.
subject also, and then
Yeah,
text also.
it's very user friendly component. Attachment to URL list, you can send multiple attachments also. You have the less parameters, but all parameters are understandable, and all parameters have meaningful information for the send message. It's
Attachment
very
URL
nice.
list.
Yeah, it's very. You can see Unix to DOS also, right? See, if your Unix file will be automatically converted into Microsoft file if you use Unix to DOS also in the send message.
Okay.
So compatible options are there. I think you can go with that component, but still, if you want to go for send mail, I think in the input port you have to provide the mail address. I think you are connecting some input port, but you don't see input port in the send message component. But send mail you have the input port,
Correct.
right? So your input port,
Right.
you may list down all the recipient address in the input file. You can connect the input file to this port. I think so. Even I
Got it.
haven't
Got it.
tried this one. Okay, because
Okay.
you are using see very advanced components in our project. So the problem
Okay.
is, as
Yeah.
of my knowledge, see if you go for any kind of Unix operations along with Ab Initio, so that may result in the performance degrade. That's what I had my Ab Initio architect. So that's what we will just separate the Ab Initio and the Unix process for the mail command or your file validations, file removal, zipping, archiving, everything. We are going with the script actually. We are not doing anything in the Ab Initio because your Ab Initio
So what is
co-operating
this
system.
send multiple message? What is the difference between send message and multiple message?
Send message, you can send only one content, right? You can, I mean, you can send the multiple attachments also, but the message you can send only one message in the body, but multiple message in the sense, so it like see you can give the multiple recipients like your send message component, or you can send the multiple attachments also, but you can include the multiple messages in the body. Okay, so you may have
Okay.
some different conditions to include the multiple messages, right? So then you can use this and multiple messages, you can include the multiple messages in the body, but send message component includes only one message, right? You can see only one parameter here, that is called okay, what is the parameter name in the send message? Your subject and okay, text contains your email message text. You can see only one parameter, text parameter, right? It includes the text you are writing in the text parameter in the mail body. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but coming to send multiple messages, if you see the parameters here, you can see the parameter. Where is the parameter? SMTP, server host, server port, Unix to the attachment character, TCP, write timeout, reconnect limit. Let me tell you. Yeah, you have the
So what
input
is this
port, right?
Unix to DOS? What is
Sorry,
this Unix to DOS?
that is the
Oh,
Unix
Unix to
command
DOS.
actually. That is the Unix command. So the that is not Ab Initio actually, Unix command only. So the thing is, I have some Unix files, right? If I copy the Unix files to Linux, sorry, Unix files to Windows, as I told in the first session, Unix new line element is different. Slash and will be used by Unix actually. If you copy the same Unix file to Windows, if you open the Unix file in the Windows, it will open in different format because your Windows use some kind of carriage written characters. That is called slash or slash n. So you have to
Mm-hmm.
convert your Unix files into Windows files if you want to display in the Windows format. Okay, so Unix to DOS is the
Okay.
Unix command actually. So they are including the command and the parameter here. So your Unix command, this is equal to your execute Unix command only. It will convert the Unix files into Windows files to be displayed on the MS Word
Okay.
or MS Excel, sorry, any thing.
So, but mostly I think we're going to use send message component, right?
Send message only we'll use. Send multiple messages. For the send message component, you don't see input port, but send multiple messages, you can see input port. That means I think in the input
Okay.
port you can pass the multiple recipients and multiple message body also. Okay, since you have the input
So,
port.
so when you say multiple messages,
Yeah,
so when you say send message here,
yeah, yeah.
and if you want to pass message to multiple people, so in the
Okay.
to list you will put all
Yes,
the emails, right?
yes, yes.
In the so it will
Yeah,
send message to all those people. When
all
you say
those
send
people.
multiple messages,
Yeah.
what is the what will happen in multiple messages? Are we sending different messages to different people at the
Yes,
same time for the
yes,
same
yes,
event?
yes. Different messages for all the. I mean, different messages I can pass to all the same people only. People will be four, but messages I can include multiple messages. I can include it. Send multiple messages. You even
So
I have to work out
the
on because input
text
port.
content will be different.
Yes, text content will be different.
But why I will do that?
I think in the yeah, why in the sense see you may have one input file, so your file contains four records. Each record I want to send as the message for the send multiple message component. So I have one message from one record, another message from another record. So I can include that. Okay, I think the
Okay.
same thing you can also in the send message also. What I think is in the send message you have some attachment option, right? So in the attachment option,
Uh,
the attachment URL list. Okay, so if you pass an attachment that contains some multiple messages, okay, so instead of attaching the content, there should be one option to display the mail attachment content in the body. I think there should be option.
okay.
I'm not sure about this component. So what I'm thinking is if you can check with Abinitio support, I think so they will guide you. Like there should be one option that should allow you to display the attachment content as the body in the mail. There should be actually. Otherwise,
Okay.
I cannot always type the message right in the text. I cannot type the message. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
That's why there should be one option that should display the attachment content in the message body. So that's what I'm checking the component. I don't see any parameter here. So I think that can be possible by multiple messages, I think. But we have to work out on this because we don't have any SMTP in our positive infant. SMTP we are not using. We are doing some HOV mail notification. We don't have SMTP and all. That's why we cannot execute these components also. We don't have permissions to use these components. If you have, you can try out this component.
Okay. Fine. Okay, I will check this one. And we have one more component like trash. I've seen in so many graphs
Yeah, yeah,
we are
trash.
using so many
If you
trash.
remember, see, trash we already covered, right? I think when we were talking about your SCD type 2 concepts in the Ab Initio graph, so if I connected the join output port to trash component also. Then you ask me why you are connected to trash, you can connect to some output file. Okay, trash in the sense,
Oh,
take some, take any component. Okay, so let us suppose I am joining two files, right? So I don't want to get the
okay.
matching records. My requirement is I want to get the unmatched records only, right? So
Okay.
unmatched records I can capture from the unused 0, unused 1 port from my join component, right? So now,
Okay.
so even though I am not using the matching records, so I must connect the join output port to some output file. Otherwise, my join will give the error because that is a mandatory port. I have to connect to any other component or any other dataset component, right? But if I connect some output file to my join component output port, okay, so even though I don't have the necessity of my matching records, I am storing the matching records in the output file. I am just unnecessarily wasting the space in my Unix server, right? So
Mm-hmm.
instead of connecting the port to some output file, what you can do is you can connect the port to your trash component. Trash is the kind of the component will just controls the flow. It doesn't write the data to anywhere in the ETL server. It never write the data to any location. It will just controls the flow without failing the graph. Okay,
So
if the
basically,
yeah,
it is releasing the memory as soon as the job is done. Is it?
yeah, we can say like that also. Exactly, it will release. It won't
So when you
store
say
the
when you are
data
writing
in the
the
physical disk. In the physical disk, it won't store the data because you are not
it
passing
won't
any
store the
URL
data.
here,
Okay.
right? Yes.
So you are saying that when we are not interested, so when let's say we have error or logs, all these outputs, right?
Yeah.
In case we are not interested to save the data,
Mm-hmm.
we are not going to review the data, we can put the trash component here.
Yeah.
In that case, it will not be saved on the output.
Yes. It will just control the flow
So, but
without doing it.
if I don't put an error file, my graph will still run, right?
No,
In
no,
case I have
error
an
is not
error, the
mandatory.
graph
That's
will
what I am
fail.
saying. Yeah, that's what I am saying. Error is not mandatory port. You have some mandatory ports. If you go to your giant component, giant output is the mandatory port. If you don't connect the giant output port, it won't work, right? It will
Correct.
give the error. So similarly, take some data started component also. So if you see the data started
Okay.
component, for the data component, output port is the mandatory one. Data do port is the optional port. Okay, right? So
Right.
my requirement is I do want to get the I want to capture only duplicate records. I don't want to capture the first record from each group. I want to capture the duplicates only. I don't need the remaining records. Okay,
Uh-huh.
then I need not connect the my dedup component output port to any output file component. I can connect this output port to trash component by controlling the flow, and I can capture the duplicate records from my do port. Okay, because
Okay.
my data output is a mandatory port. I cannot leave it without connecting to any component. So in
Okay.
those cases
So
you have
here
to use
you
the
are
mixed one.
saying that
Yes.
here we are saying that in case of error, like join component, we have
Yeah.
error, we have log,
Yes.
and we have third option, one more option there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there, if we are having some, if we don't have any error message,
Okay.
then the graph will work fine. In case any error is generating, and if we have a file
Yeah.
which is attached to the error port,
Hmm.
then the data will be stored in the error file, and then graph will not fail,
No, no, no.
and we
That
will have
that is no. That is not related to your port. That is related to your parameter. You have the reject threshold parameter, right? So if the parameter is set
right.
to never abort option, then only your graph won't fail. So if you
Okay.
want, yeah, whenever my parameter is set to never abort option, I can able to, I mean, I can collect the error message also. That's why I'm connecting the error port. That is optional thing, but the
Okay.
behavior depends on the parameter, not depends on the port.
So what is the benefit of having that error file? Like if I want to check what is the error
Yeah.
after the graph has been completed, it has failed, everything
Yes.
is done.
Yes.
After that, if I want to trace what is the issue,
Yeah.
then for debugging, I will be having that file. If I don't have that
Yes.
file, I will not have any data.
Exactly. So then also
Okay.
what you
So
can do is,
that is
see, if you want to go to your if you want to capture the error message, okay, so you have to take some input file, sorry, output file component. You have to connect the output file component to your error port, right? This is what you have to connect, right? But that is
mhm,
burden for me, because unnecessarily I'm wasting my time by taking the output file component, passing some URL path there. I have to use the DML something, right? Instead of doing that, what you
yeah.
can do is connect the component, connect the error port to your trash component. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and then insert the watcher.
Okay.
That's fine, because if when I go for watcher, I can save the time. I need not give the URL path in my output file component. So watcher doesn't require any URL path, right? It will just use
Correct.
the your memory. That's why you can go to trash component in that case also.
Correct.
That is better option.
Right.
Testing
Okay.
purpose.
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So then trash will not save the data. It will just trash the data, and I cannot
Yeah,
even
so
get the data
you
back
you have to ask a question
in
here.
case of any errors.
The question is, so when I am using some watcher components, where my watcher is getting stored? Because
That is in memory only, right?
memory only, but memory in the sense your RAM capacity might be 8 GB for an instance.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so out of 8 GB, you can use only 4 GB only for your project, because remaining 4 GB for your system resources only, right? So in the 4
Uh-huh.
GB, so if even if your data contains some 40 GB, also your watcher works.
Uh-huh. Okay.
How my watcher is accommodating the data. What is happening internally is, so watcher uses the layout of the your component. So if you connect the watcher on your giant component, okay, giant component error
Mhm.
port. So wherever giant is running, you can see giant component layout tab. So your giant layout is pointing to some A serial for an instance, right? So in the ASL
Okay.
file system only, at runtime your watcher will be created in your A serial only.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so automatically, so
Uh-huh.
whenever your job is success, you have to remove the watches. Otherwise, the files won't be removed. That is your job. So whenever the watcher is created, even if a graph is success or fail also, your watcher data will be keep on disk only.
Okay.
It won't be deleted automatically. Okay, so you have to
Hmm.
remove externally. What you can do is, can you go to your debug menu? In the debug menu, you can see the clear watcher datasets option. Debug menu. Okay, debug menu, you can see clear watcher dataset option. That will clear the all watcher datasets in your disk.
Now I have delete watcher.
Watcher datasets is there, right? Yeah. So delete watcher datasets. Okay,
Okay.
that means all the datasets created by your GDE all will be deleted. Right, so
Okay.
at the end of the day you have to use this option to delete the all watcher data is created by you, otherwise your space may be occupied with temporary files.
So where this space will be saved, it will saved on the hard disk.
Yes, hard disk only. So your A serial directory is there, right? So in the A serial
Uh-huh.
date A serial.
Okay. No, but it should release memory as soon as my session is closed, right?
Even if session is closed also, the file is, I mean the temporary data is created with some temporary name in the hard disk only. If you don't remove that, it won't remove automatically. It will be resetted only. That is your job to delete the watches.
So if I do this one, then all the watchers which is has been created so far till date,
Yes,
they
yes,
all will be deleted.
all will be deleted.
Okay, it's done. Okay. It should not be the case. I was thinking that watches are only session specific. As soon as your job is
uh,
done and you're closing the session, it should be
Yeah, the
deleted.
thing is, see, watches. So, like, if the watches are storing in the internal memory, not external memory. If the watches are storing in your RAM, then that will be deleted automatically. But they are not storing in the RAM. They are storing in the hard disk only, right? That's why you have to delete that. Otherwise, it won't get rolled back.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Got this
Right?
one. Okay.
Yeah.
And one more component we use subscribe. Do you know subscribe component?
Yeah, that is a continuous flow. Subscribe component, publish component you have, right, in the continuous category. If
Uh-huh.
you see the continuous category, you can see subscribe component and what is that, publish component you can see. So like when you receive the data in the message queues, when you process the data, I want to write the data into again the same queue. Okay, then I have to go for
Okay.
the subscribe command. It will just ask you the message queue. I mean, it will just ask the queue path where your key is created. You have to give the queue path. In that queue only, your data will be written into the same queue. That is about
Okay.
the
One
subscribe.
more thing, this replicate. We are using this replicate component so many
Yes,
times.
yes, yes.
Can you just tell what is the replicate component?
Yeah, replicate as we discussed earlier. So like replicate in the sense, if you want to copy the same flow to the multiple flows, like if you see the same graph what you opened just now, you have the sort flow here, right? After sort component, for
Uh-huh.
instance, I want to use the same sorted data to multiple flows for my join and another roll up component, scan component, okay, on one more join. So I want to use the same flow for the multiple downstream components, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
cannot capture the
Mm-hmm.
multiple flows here. So for the sort port, I cannot capture the multiple flows here. Okay, that's why just for
Okay.
copying purpose, you have to go for the replicate component. It will just copy the data from single flow to multiple flows.
Okay.
So here I have the controller. 1 minute, I have the control, right? See, if you place the mouse pointer on the sort output, but it won't allow you to connect the multiple flows, right? That's why you have to
Okay.
go for your
Right.
replicate. Your replicate allows you can capture the multiple flows from replicate. You can gather
Okay.
multiple flows.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So
Yeah.
I can do the multiple operations parallelly on the same data
Yes, exactly.
if I use this component.
Replicate. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Fine. Okay. I got it. Okay. So, Narayana, is it possible now we can meet next 2 Sundays?
Yeah. Tomorrow, you don't want to join tomorrow?
I can join tomorrow.
Then tomorrow we can discuss, right? Tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Sunday
Yeah.
also.
So what I want is now.
Yeah.
I want to just go through some of the problems
Mm-hmm.
that I have in my project. So I want to get more confidence, a little bit more confidence on the programming actually.
Okay.
Like some case, just like I was telling you one example there, right?
Yeah,
Earlier
yeah, yeah, yeah.
in my project.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this Friday is this Saturday I can, because this sorry, this Sunday I can. This Sunday is 15th, right? So but next Sunday I'm not
Yeah.
sure, because I am going to Shirdi on 17th, so I'm not sure whether I will come back on by 22nd or not. I may or may not come back also. Even if I promise now, if I don't join again, it will be a problem, right? This Sunday I can spend. Okay, what you can do is you can go through your graphs, and so in this I mean in this Sunday you can just ask me the questions. Otherwise, I can spend some time on 16th also, Monday also we can meet. We can discuss Monday or Tuesday,
Okay.
17th. Okay, so
Okay. So let's do it this way. Let's meet on Sunday now.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
So we can do next class on Sunday and
okay,
Sunday for 2 hours, right?
okay.
So
If you
Sunday
want, I
same
can spend
time.
two
So
and a half
but
hour also, not an issue. If you can spend.
okay, but you are confirming that you'll be there on Sunday, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You
This
don't have
Sunday
any other session.
I will be in Hyderabad only this Sunday. No problem. I can take.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Sunday we can meet the same time, like your
Okay.
time, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m.
So
So for two
yeah,
hours.
sorry here the crackers are ringing like anything. Okay. Okay. So my
It's
God.
good to hear.
Yeah. So then the next one is Sunday only, right? Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and Saturday, 3 days.
Yeah, yeah,
My God.
yeah.
One
Right.
second, Rakesh. One second. I'm going on mute. So what about Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Sorry, Saturday won't join anyhow. So the next one is Sunday only, right? You are saying.
Yeah, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We can do 3 days.
Okay, fine. So Tuesday, yeah, try to Tuesday morning only, right? My time.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Rakesh. So 3 days we can spend, and yeah, try to collect as much as you can in our application. So if you have any questions, we can
yeah. So
discuss
I'll
on
go through.
3 days.
I'm going through now my office code, like
Okay,
yesterday also.
okay,
So I'll be main focusing on like if I have questions on